Hi. I'm gonna play Stanley Parable today. Don't ever load. Come on. Stanley. Okay. So yeah, this game, awesome. Went, put it on YouTube. And like, you know, do endings. Yeah, basically it's about a game of basically bowling with your brain. So it's Stanley Parable. Inside of Stanley Parable. Inside of Stanley Parable. Inside Stanley Parable. And inside of Stanley Parable. It goes on forever. So, beginning. End is never the end. Is never the end. The end is loading. That's weird. Hey, load already. Please load. Duh. As you can see, my voice is really deep. Strangers, load already. How many selfies do I have to take? I've been waiting like over 3 hours. Come on! Friggin'
This is the story of a man named
Stanley Parable. Stanley.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on the keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him
Ooh.
what to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day, every month, of every year. Although others might have considered it so
Sorry.
Stanley relished every moment of the orders he gave, as though he had been made exactly for this job. Stanley was happy.
He was happy, guys. He was happy.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened.
What
Something
happened?
that would forever change Stanley.
We'll never
Something
know.
he would never quite forget.
YOLO.
He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Let me move my mouse closer. It's so far away.
All of his coworkers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, guys.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I guess we enter this one, guys.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of
Tipsy not getting
disbelief,
fired.
Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
That's so true.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I'm going this way. I can climb out the window. Oh, I forgot I can't jump. That stinks. What's this door? That door's locked. Okay.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, what dark secret was being held from him. What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's
Hey, that's like the little
guarded
thing
terrible
from
truth
like
that
the
his boss had been keeping
icon
private.
from the
And so the
computer.
boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck.
Oh.
He stepped into the newly opened passageway. Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This
We'll never
question
know.
would not go unanswered for long. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
What's that thing down there?
The lights rose on an enormous
Whoa.
room packed with television screens. What
Whoa.
horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself.
What?
The strength to find out.
That's the thing from the confusion. Spoiler. I don't know. YOLO.
Now the monitors jumped
Oh.
their true nature revealed.
What's
Each bore the
for?
number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. Lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe it couldn't be true.
Matrix.
Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this
Come
time?
on, go down.
Was this the only
Alright,
reason he
thanks.
was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it
I like
even
how,
possible?
like,
Had he truly
I don't know
spent
why, I
his
just like these
entire life
graphics for some
utterly
reason.
blind to the world?
It actually reminds me a lot of Gary's Mod, you know.
But here was the proof,
Don't have like
the
3D
heart of inspiration.
graphics, but it's like,
Controls labeled with emotions,
I don't know,
happy or
somewhat
sad or
cartoonish.
content, walking,
For some
eating,
reason, I don't know
working,
why.
all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of
$5
his
foot
past
long.
began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for
Oh. Sorry, I was just, I get bored. I had like a 13-minute boundary, trying to make this 13 minutes. Gosh.
blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty.
We'll never know.
Was it over?
Oh.
He had won.
That
He had
fog,
defeated the
those
machine,
graphics though.
unshackled himself from someone
His
else's
graphics.
command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this
Come on.
hold?
Mr. Fogg, you can do it. You can do it, Mr. Oh, dubstep. Dubstep party.
Power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him
So majestic.
what to do or how to feel.
What do I have on my head? Oh yeah, my meaning.
And that was all that he needed to know. It was perhaps the
Forgot what was on my head.
Stanley stepped through the open door.
Fresh air.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new
I'm
path
free.
before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
15. Well, guys, that's it. Bye.